What's up, gang? What's the deal? How you guys doing? All is well.
What's going on, Wix?
What's going on, everybody? Let's get into this. Daily close pretty heavily bearish. Previous 4 hours close bearish, but at a 4-hour support, and we're bouncing up off that support, making the daily top wick. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Nice resistance here on the 1 hour. Oh, we just tapped it again. Could be we could have topped out here on the daily. That's a possibility. But I want to see if we get some closures back in range here, back below. A lot of volume. Quick bounce up, down. Get a bearish closure. I would like to get some sells off the top wick of the next candle. Not necessarily off the break of the lows here. Which could push. We'll see. I'm just not convinced until we close. But let's see. If we can get this bearish closure here, we got quite a bit of room to come on here. And if we break up above, I guess we'll look for some buys or for some pancakes at around 45.12 areas. Maybe 45.20 areas possible. I think that stop gets really big there. Yeah, Spurs Knicks tonight, gang. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I got that on TV right in front of me. Broadcast the entire time. Hey, kiddo. How are you? Everything okay? Okay. Staying aware of this level to the left here. Through it quite a few times. This is the previous 15 here doesn't have that bottom wick there. I don't want to make one. Come back up. Love a bearish closure. We got about 7-8 minutes till we close here. Got more people at the Zoom door. Come in. Top wick said sells didn't look bad. I think we had a bottom wick though. We had a minor bottom wick made. Yeah, you see, we made that bottom wick. Oh. Previous 5 bullish here, right? I want to close back in range. Stops will be above the highs here. Just let us close. Once we close, ideally we get a top wick entry. Right? If we can see some kind of closure like this, I will take top wick entry. Looking to get back to the bottom of the range here. Triple wick. You get the point. We need to close first. Ideally, ideal situation, we have a bottom wick on this candle and we open up with a top wick on the next candle. Lock in here. We have 6 minutes. We need to close bearish and we'll lock in this sell limit. We also don't want to close bearish somewhere down here. We don't want to close any kind of bullish. We want to close strong enough bearish. Door again. And Eddie, what's the deal? Hold on a second, check. Give me a sec. Okay, this is looking good so far.
Yo,
Yep. What's going on? How are you?
what it do?
It do. What it do? It do. Hey, stop. That was him every time. You know, you don't have to run into here. You know, he wouldn't tackle you into the wall. Then you're gonna have to fix that hole in the wall. Hey, what's up, Daniel? I need a stronger closure. I need a strong closure down here. If we get like a weak candle, doji candle, we could look for the break of the lows, but we're gonna need a low to be created, a top wick, and then a rebreak of the low. Okay, slow down a bit. Slow down a bit. This is good. If we can hang out here, maybe a bit lower, like in this level. This is perfect. We could close like 44.83. Done. We need a bottom wick on this candle. Need a bottom wick. All right. I think we got one. Perfect. And we're opening up with a bottom wick, aren't we? Yeah, delete this. You can delete that. You have too much bass in your bike. It sounds muffled. That's a new one. I haven't heard that in a while. Or ever. Right? I've never heard that one. All right, yeah, we got a light candle here. Nice little bottom wick. We're at a resistance. I'm not putting too much faith into it. Okay, maybe we get the same thing, but on the 30. Still a possibility. Maybe we get the same thing, but on the hourly. Maybe it just runs now. Daily's got a top wick now. It'd be amazing if the 15 can close like candle. That still closes the 30 bearish. 15 like candle. Let's a center off a top wick. Expecting the 15 fill. Right? Maybe we can look for that. Unless the 30 decides to just push up and flip here. Right? But a 15 closure like this. Right? Maybe even no top wick. Does no more range, and it tells us this area is likely to get filled, this wick. Which means the 30, right at that moment, would also close like this. Still same top wick entry. Right, same top wick entry, expecting it to fill the like candle. Entry here, partials here. Right, the rest is history. He will be. See how this 15 closes now. Word.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
More people at the door. Come on in. Well, for time. Coming here every night gives me the drive to come again tomorrow. Also call 40 pips before you hopped on. Thanks for the motivation. W. Good job. Yeah. I got 40 pips here on the funded. But we caught 100 pips today in the signal channel at Power Hour, and I couldn't trade this funded because it was locked out for the day because I had the max daily yesterday. Let's talk to Dumbo once in a while. I deleted, bro. It's moving in your direction. Well, you deleted it. We needed it to open up with a top wick. Once this opened up with a bottom wick, it ate away at the range that I was looking to take advantage of. This is my partials right here, right? This area right here, this. Last time we wicked off this area, this was support, so that would have been my partials. You see how we kind of wicked right into that area? So once it started coming down with a bottom wick, it's not about, oh, it's still going to tap your level and go there. No, it ate away the range that I was looking to take advantage. This isn't here anymore for me to take advantage of, so my idea goes away. This area has just been filled. Before we came up here, before we came down, this area wasn't filled yet. But now that it's filled, there's a chance we push up further. So I need more closures. Hourly's also, previous hourly's also bullish, so there's a chance, right? You make that bottom week come up. Need closures now. Need closures. Next game starts in about 10 minutes. Man, I'm excited. Damn, how long have I been muted? All right, so forever. I was saying, yeah, you posted a pair of fours. I see. Yeah, it's funny because I went to Foot Locker today and I wanted to get myself a pair of white fours, any kind of white, like something light colored. I just wanted some fours because I wanted some fours I didn't have, something new and comfortable. And that's the only ones they had, those red ones, and I didn't want those. They're comfy as hell. Those are nice. They look nice. I just didn't want nothing red. I wanted some white ones. Damn, this thing played to the T. Eventually. Close here. not really playing out in our favor here in terms of how it's printing initially off the rip. I think this has got to come back up, make us top wick here. Do I want to play that? No, I'd rather play the sells off the top wick instead of the buys here. Yeah, I'd expect price overall in general to come back up here. But I don't want to be in the buys too there. I'd rather be in some sells off of there after the hourly closure. We'll see. There's opportunity both ways. They haven't even started the game yet. 38, 35. Be really patient here. Gang. We can get that 30 leg handle instead of the 15, right? 30 leg handle up. It's sell limits for us. clean range below there too. Push heavy. What we gonna do? I think it would have pushed up on that first attempt up, right? I think you might see a heavy drop here. Damn. Two. See if we get a 15 close here. I don't think we will. I think this pushes us. We came here with a bottom wick. And then we came up with a top wick. We were attempted to break the high, and now we're re-breaking that 30 low after holding resistance. Six minutes here. Let's see if we close below. We close below, we'll have this room. Oh. Damn. I think this breaks that low and runs heavy down. Want a closure. I want this right here. All right, we want that closure right there. We want this closure right here. Now we get that closure below. It's right down here, over here, just roll down to here. All right, here's to here, so at least to there. That's what we're gonna look to take it to. But we're gonna need closure, a top wick, and a break of the lows, and we don't want this to run right now because it can run right now. Oh, that's the 5. 5. Yes, 3 minutes. 3 minutes from now, we could be down here. Taking nothing. No, 5, 3 minutes till this 15 closes. There we go. Said, come down heavy here. Need the closure. Minutes. Here on Twitch stream, I heard they have less lag than YouTube. There's a 3-second delay here right now. 3 seconds. Not too bad. By the way, every single person that bought the bundle during the promo has received their accounts, and if you have not so yet, it's because you have not responded. So please let me know if you haven't received their accounts, but every single account that we have a response for has been sent out. There you go. Everyone that bought the bundle during the month of May, leave the 50K in that account. Damn. So much for that closure. Why are we back up in range? All right, they're about to jump. Held the 15 support. No trade. No position. Yeah, it held the 15 here, so we formed a bit of a range here. If it drops, it drops. Chances are we come back up here with that, based on that closure. Not to drive up, but I would be under the impression that this candle needs to now create a top wick and close, or pull back a little and close, right, to leave some range in order for the next hourly to have a top wick if we're gonna come down. Or just push us heavy now with no top wick, and I mean that's the ball game. But I'm not gonna be a part of that if there's no top wick. I need to see that closure a below the range, the closure below the range that brings you down. Have not had that. We've had an attempt. Damn, how did I miss a minute of the game? It's already 3-2. I mean, it's already 6-2. Yeah, I'm under the impression that that's what he wants to do. He wants to come back up and pull back for the hourly. Will that really be the case? Are you streaming New York session? Yes, we will be live for New York tomorrow and the rest of the summer. Damn, Knicks can't get a freaking rebound. There we go. Boy, feel the rock. Yeah, we're gonna wait. No, regardless, we're gonna wait the last 12 minutes here and see what the hourly shows. If we close like we are right now, I'm gonna have a sell limit up here, 44.83. Do we come back up there? I don't know. If we do, we'll have a sell limit, a stop support. Unless we open up with a bottom wick here and come up. Which means we might have a bottom wick entry, depending on how this candle closes. So if the 15 gives a decent enough bullish candle. Okay. Probably engulfing the previous 15. Ideally, perfect. Ideally would be a closure above there. Right, then your hourly here closes like this, respecting this support, all the supports across. And if we open up with a bottom wick, you're going to look for that wick entry off that 15 support wherever it flips. Boom, entry here, right there. Looking to create that top wick on the hourly to get up to here, at which point the hourly might eventually flip back bearish. So we're going to wait these last 11 minutes out and see what we can do and see if this can close decently bullish. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
You can't leave them open like that. All right, give me a second, gang. We're to the bathroom. Be right back.
Wix, you muted.
Wow. Okay, so as I was saying, we spoke about this possible leg candle here on the 30. So we could get the top look sells on the hourly. So we don't want this right now. We do not want that. We want this to come up and close bullish. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. But the leg candle we spoke about, if that happens on the 30, we're looking for top look sells there on 44.80 and 84. Close the hourly bearish here. Makes it quite a bit more difficult if in 4 minutes we close here. See, let's pay attention. Josh Hart's gonna need to hit some threes in this series, man. They're gonna let him shoot all day. The nasty closure. It takes away from the buys and the sells right now. Hope people move away a little bit from 44.74 up or down. Ideally a little bit up. There might be that 5-minute retest to push up, but we'll see. See, this candle did that before too. Maybe not. What's cat doing? And one. Not calling nothing. All right, 80 seconds here. 80 seconds. Put his candle to close. That nasty bottom wick. Yeah, it doesn't want to see open cells. Door. Nice block. Or not. All right, 10 seconds here. Does not look amazing, but we can use this area, I guess, as a resistance point. Possibility. I think we could break down here. 1 hour is close bearish. It's possible. See? We'll see what this 1 hour does. There's no wick entries here because we don't have a sense of direction on that previous 15, and it gives us no help in terms of figuring out where we are in terms of the higher time frame. We've closed at support on the 15 and on the 1 hour. We closed bearish, so I'm not willing to take these buys up here right now. Buy here of 44.72, 44.71. Man, I wanted something else. I didn't know. I wanted sells over here with that before this bottom wick was made. 44.83. I also should have taken that bottom wick, kind of kicked myself and not take. There's a reason we respected that. Should have been in there off right there, 44.71. But I was just more looking for this top wick here before that bottom wick. Tell you what I was looking for. But we do have a nice 1 hour top wick now. So if we get this closure below here, I'm gonna look for some sells to fill the range back down. Oh man. Yeah, Spurs are on a fucking roll. What's going on? Thing is, the Spurs are gonna guard 4 men, and then they're gonna let one empty body just be there. Knicks are doing the same thing. You ever try oil futures? Nah, not really. I'm good with gold, man. Gold is more than enough. You don't need to go trying new things. You just keep building upon the foundation that you have. Knicks are just not hitting shots. But and the Knicks are going to lose the first quarter. Foul. Ball. Push it. What a fucking bottom wick that was. Who should have eyes on there? 35 pips stop, man. Oh, Brunson's okay? I missed it. What happened with Brunson? Rolled his ankle? They did this shit on purpose, bro. Because I said they got to take out Wemby, they came after Brunson. Handle sucks. Where are you going? 15 levels higher here, gang. All this nasty chop. So this is only a 15 closure here. Most recent low. Closure. market. And I market buy. Oh, I executed late on my on the live. A bit late. All right. Stops will be down here, 44.79. Closed above the most recent range. We've opened up with a bottom wick. Wait, did we not activate? I'm confused. Oh, I'm in there live on my live account. I don't know why we didn't activate here. Hold on. Can we close this? And market, buy. Okay, let's see if we get in. It's late here, but I think we should still flip here. We're already in. Wait, where's my? Hello? Expecting a top wick on this current candle. If we don't get one, we end up closing back in range. We close back in range. But the expectation is to get a top wick on this candle. After that push with support and stops are back in range. I don't know why it's not showing on here. $487.9. Can't do anything on here. Let me show you. Hey gang, move stops to break even. We're flipping here. Partials are about 40 pips. Another 5 more pips and we'll secure partials. Stops to break even. If this fucking thing activates right now, I have no idea what's going on. I might be in a trade there. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna show this too. Hey, I mean, we've secured partials. I don't know what's going on. Why am I taking buys at resistance? Because look at this. I'm going to close 15. 15. Market, sell. Sell. Bro, stop with this bullshit. And I want to move stops to break even here. It won't let me. Nothing. Can't do anything. Yo, did we get a secure from the signals? Did we secure partials? 40, yeah. Signals secured partials. 40. Boom. And stops at B. Alright, we gotta close this out. We gotta close this fucking thing out. I don't know what it's doing right now. 40 pip W. I'm sorry, I gotta close this thing out. I don't know. It didn't come back. It didn't come back to break even here, but I'm not sure like where the fuck it's going. This is why I take a buy at resistance. For anyone that wanted to know why I took a buy at resistance, because this was a 100 pip position that just for some reason. This is a top one account, yeah. I mean, it closed. It closed. So. Anybody want to know why we took a buy at resistance? What is this? Man, this is not celebratory music, bro. Did you buy a real-time CME data? Yeah, I pay for full data here. You see there's no delay, not even 5 seconds here. Right there, it's just full. See that? By a second. I get by the second ticks. I don't even wait 5 seconds. Yeah, I have full data, and I don't even need to buy it because I get it for free from having the account. But man, that ran for 100 pips or 90 pips. This is why we took the buy. Yeah, I closed out 70% of my position at 40 pips, and on the live account the runner hit BE. Over here we never came back to BE. We had a better entry because of the delay, but I closed it full because of the delay. Yeah, that was weird. I think TradingView has an update. Maybe. But like, do you guys not does nobody want to know why we took a buy at resistance? Like, that's a valid question. Like, he wasn't trolling. Well, in a way he was just saying that's a bad position, you're taking it at resistance. But then again, he's asking why take that buy at resistance. Maybe he wants to figure out the logic of getting this W. Okay, so the real resistance is where I have it, right? I know you might have it drawn up here where we closed, but I'll show you something. First of all, if you have it at your level, we closed above that level. Second of all, if you have it at my level, which is down here, this is the most recent level. We pushed heavy from there, right? So the expectation for me is if we're going to come back down, we're going to tap the overall resistance up here. So what do I think? If we open up with a top wick, I say to myself, hey, maybe we do, maybe we don't. I'm going to ignore this sell from that area. But if we open up with a bottom wick, there is no resistance that just sends you straight back. It can happen. It's very rare. 99 times out of 100, you're going to get that top wick there. Broke heavily from the bottom of the previous range, broke into the next range, and the bottom wick came down to a support area from which we could trade. And if we go to the hourly, there's a solid effing support there, right? We got a couple of them. There's one right there on the hourly. And we have a support here on the 15, right there. Support, you see that candle, no wick, came up heavy from there. That's a support area. Closed above here, boom. You play. I just played this area, 44.87, because it kind of paused there. When it came down, it just paused. I was like, all right, that's it. So I got in there. It would have never gotten to our entry down here. We would have never been in there. But understanding that, and understanding that the overall range is up here, we have quite a bit of room to go. And 99% chance we make this top wick after that heavy move. If we do want to reverse, if we want to hold up here in range, great. We'll range. We'll have time to manage risk. Market will give us a chance to get out. But chances are we are not fucking ranging. We're going to get to the resistance area and make a decision. Right now it's there. It's making a decision. But the idea was to get this runner all the way up to 98. And top one seems to want to... I don't think it's them. I think it has something to do with TradingView here. Did that happen to anybody else? Or no? If I'm the only one, then like, you know what? I got a message earlier on my PC that my PC is running out of room. Could that be a factor? If I'm running out of space, could that have played in me executing here? I need more RAM, gang. I gotta go buy more RAM. I got a shit ton of RAM.
It did it for me 2 weeks.
It did it for you too? Oh, then I'm just... Come on, gang. Class action lawsuits here. If you or a loved one, someone you know or a loved one has been affected by the latency in today's gold trade, Dial 1-800 got clapped. Operators are standing by. The margin call center is open for business. I see the logic. Makes sense. Good call. And it gave us a solid stop because once we're in here, we utilize the stops off of this drive up. So where did this drive up? Where did this bottom out here before it came up, right? It bottomed out right there. So this is the stops we use in order to get the rest of that range. Capiche? It gives you a solid stop that you can base on historical price data, right? Which is what we're doing. Technical analysis, the study of historical price data. We use whatever's printed to the left to our advantage to see if we can have an edge here, now, in the present, right? That's technical analysis. We're not looking at a fucking trend line and just zooming the fuck out and doing all this. Remember when you started trading, you're like, all right, where's it going? Up or down right here? I'm like, what the fuck is, no. We really study the candles, study the levels, study the timing, study the relationship between candles. When one closes, the other one opens. And depending on the range where it is or how the previous sequence of candles printed, you can make a really, really good, high quality decision that will win you money with a high degree of probability, right? I told you the market is full of patterns, and they're full of patterns because it has to be traded, right? There are companies that just have to trade. There are industries that have to trade. Farmers have to trade to hedge, right? Their stock. The airlines have to trade to hedge their fuel. People, there's just trading is going on, and when it does, when the market has to have trades placed in it, it creates an edge for you because it creates predictable behavior. So we use what we see historically to our advantage, predict what's going to happen currently. Well, what do you think futures is? The future, that's why it's called futures, because it sets the actual market price for the future, because it's basically the global insurance policy for every industry. That's what futures are. Right? Okay, Tory Trades. Learn what you do. And yeah, that's how it works. The insurance for the global economy. So you would look at it. So because those industries, they have to place trades, right? Creates patterns and predictable behavior. They're not looking to get the best price. They're looking to to make sure they're not gonna go broke on another position. But that's what the futures market is. It's the insurance for the global economy. But we are not here to do that. We are not here to do that. We are here to trade the patterns that it creates, to take advantage of the patterns that are created, to take advantage of that environment. We as retail traders, we're not here to hedge. We're just here to use that knowledge to our advantage. All right, let's add that W in here. Not a big W today, but hey, we caught 100 pips right before the stream. I got 40 on this funded right before the stream, another 40 here. Moving along. Signal channel's up like 200 pips on the day. Mikal Bridges can't hit a fucking 3. Oh, they're gonna run Wemby into the ground if the Knicks keep playing at this pace, but not helping them right now either. They're losing. So that was win number 679. Buys at resistance plus 40. And now We don't even have to wait for the 4-hour close. So look at that. We filled the range. We got here, and we still closed below. There's a high chance this top wick taps right now, 44.97, and comes back down. We need to do more analysis here. The 30 closed respecting here as well. 1 hour's above. Maybe this top wick brings the 1 hour back down. My issue is the 4 hour, right? We can just push here randomly to close out the 4 hour. I think I want to see the 4 hour through, and understanding that the next 4 hours is going to need a top wick. I don't think I want to play the top wick to come back down off a 15-minute right now, even though that's likely. Like this can create, there we go, boom. Right on the dot, just like we just spoke. Because you've had 2 previous time frames that just held their resistance. The 15 did, the 30 did. You've opened up with a top wick. You need a bottom wick to push through the resistance. You open up with a top wick, you're highly likely going to come back down. So that's the logic here, right? This top wick. The issue is the 4 hour. And if I know the 4 hour, next 4 hours is going to need to give us a top wick, I don't want to get in a position now and then just to come back up there. So I'm going to wait for that 4 hour. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
You guys took a buy going up? Yes. Which brokerage trading platform are you using right now? So on my live account, I'm trading with AMP Futures. Over here on the funded, this is Top 1 Futures. By the way, they got a BOGO deal right now. Top 1 Futures. I forgot for which account. Buy one, you get one free. Come on, gang. You know what? It's been a long time since we've shown them how strong the Wixnite community is. You guys have really stopped purchasing accounts, I think, because I'm giving away a lot of accounts. But go get your Top 1 Futures accounts. First of all, they got, it's for just for eval account. Great. Buy one, get one free. And they're like, there's accounts for 39 bucks. You can run up accounts for 39 bucks. And if you go get 150K instant, use code WIX. You get 50% off. You get 150K for the price of a regular, what, 50K? Yeah, the guys that got the bundle last month, you guys locked out with the accounts, man. The $300 accounts. The bundle's 97 bucks. Plus, these guys have been eating inside there. Did anybody get paid out on any of the accounts that they got from the bundle? I wonder if anyone's here that got paid out from that account already. Damn. I know a bunch of people got paid out on their own account. Bought one yesterday, use code WIX. You're a real one. Thank you, guy. Damn, look at that move. We just spoke about this. 97. Nice, solid 55 pip move, 60 pip move here, right? Made sense. Just the 4 hour closure here in 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I think this was the last 15? Ooh, kind of messed up there. Yeah, that was actually good. I thought this was the last 15. I was gonna wait that 4 hour. Let it rock. But yeah, that's the move right there. You stops to BE. Solid. You could play buys and sells within the same range, depending on how the candle closes, depending on next one over, depending on the relationship of the candles and the levels you close at. Just, I'm telling you, over time, right? Because a lot of you guys are placing yourself in a box, right? You're either trading this, or you're only trading that, right? Or you're only trading this. Like, man, you could have traded this up, could have traded this down, you could have traded that and move up. Like, eventually over time, like I said, you start reading the markets and the charts and the candles and the timing so well, everything is tradable. All of this becomes trade. Like, oh, I could trade this, I could trade this right there, I could trade that part right there. I know how to trade that break at a low. I can avoid that, no bottom wick. Damn, like candle, probably don't trade that, avoid that. But like, you're like, damn. So I just had to play the hand in reading every part of the market. Trade this, don't trade that, trade that, trade that, don't trade that, trade that, don't trade. And all of a sudden, the whole thing is filled up, and you've been able to read the whole thing, and you're not just waiting on this. fake out. Not all you're waiting. You're just going with it, and everything becomes readable and tradable as long as it prints to your liking, right? And not everything's tradable. Everything's tradable in terms of breakdowns. Like, oh, this is tradable, perfect. Oh, this is something to avoid. I'm not tradable, but you're still reading it. And that's the key. You're going to be able to read every part of the market. Not just look for, oh, is this mine? No. Which could be really profitable too if you're patient enough to wait for your things. But if you're experienced enough, at some point, experience will start to trump your patience. You'll still need to be patient. But with experience, you're not worried about patience. You're really just focused on reading, right? You're like, I don't need to wait here. I gotta understand this. That's how before it was like, all right, I gotta wait for myself. Now it's like, I gotta understand. If there's something I don't understand, I'm waiting. But usually, like, I gotta understand what's happening here. If I have an understanding of all of it, it gets really easy to build a narrative and plan. Everything's easy after the fact. I don't think this is easy. I think what we do is very hard. It's up to you how simple or how difficult you want to make this on yourself, right? You could have 1,000 indicators and 20 different charts open and like use, 6 different strategies, or you could just become the king of one thing, right? It's up to you how difficult, like I said, or simple you want to make this on yourself. But what we do here is not easy. It's not rocket science, but it's already something. It's hard to succeed in this industry. Why would you want to make it even more difficult on yourself? Right? Simplify it till you can simplify the foundation in order to build upon it. It'll get more nuanced. You'll make it more difficult on yourself because you'll become more profitable. You'll take advantage of more opportunities. It will get more difficult. But your foundation needs to be as simple as possible so you can always get there. What the fuck was that, Bridges? Guy threw a lob pass for 2 Wembanyamas. That's stupid. Hey, kiddo. Hey, gang, please drop a like and sub to the channel. And I mean, it's the least you can do, right? The Wix 9 stimmies are out again. The stimulus checks are in the mail. They're on their way to your accounts. Got a nice big W here. A lot of you guys held for the runner because you weren't stuck or frozen. But congratulations. All I ask for is that you guys smash that thumbs up and please sub to the channel. Share the stream. Let others know and support this community. Become active, be active, join the Discord, become an active member of the community. When you're completely absorbed and saturated in what you do, you become that much better, and it just widen the surface area of your possible success, of your possible luck, right? In order to widen that surface area, you have to do the things that'll bring luck closer to you, that'll put you in a position to succeed, put you in a position where good luck can find you. So become an active member, join the Discord, have a community, talk to people, show up to the live streams, get the bundle, and widen the surface area of your possible luck, of your possible success. Increase that surface. Hi, pretty lady, what's up? Come join us? You want to join us? Can you have the iPad now? Wait, when's the last time you had it? That hurt because you're stretching, I'm sorry. When's the last time you had the iPad? Not right now. Tell Kaya I said 20 minutes and then you can have it before bed. All right. Love you. Love ya. Love ya. Go. Go, 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 go. How much it costs? Discord's free. The bundle is $97. Under $100. Under $100. $100. Less than. Leave Benny alone. Yeah, but you get access to all the private stuff, private communities, and the signals like today's signal at, what was it, at 3 p.m. at Power Hour? Today's trade at Power Hour would have paid for like your annual subscription. Well, depending on the size of the trades you take. But in your live account, from if it was my size, it would have paid for 5 years of the bundle. Right? So get the bundle. Today, yeah, at 3 p.m. we had a 100 pip trade. And then over here, another 40. More. Could have been more. Damn, the Spurs just cannot miss a fucking three. That's the problem. Knicks, the only way they lose if the Spurs are all hot, if they're all on fire, because the Knicks are going to hit some shots. Damn, we should have been in part of that 30. I thought this was a 15 candle for some reason. Look at the daily, got a top wick. 4 hours going to close bullish. Yeah, do that. And yo, make sure you show up here with an account ready to trade and stop buying all these fucking top step or top gap or whatever it is. Like, there's a reason there's an X in the name, because it needs to be your X. Whether it's Top Step X, Project X, make it your X. Top 1 futures. Come on, gang. We got to show them we're a strong community. Make sure you're using code WIX when you get accounts. Get your 50% discount. Top step is the bet. Yeah, all right. Top 1 futures. Top 1 futures. All right. 20 minutes, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. You got 17 more minutes. Whenever the clock says 10, that's when you can have it. Okay? To be honest, Lucid is the best one. Yeah, all right. Every trade is like 30 pip slippage. I can't be talking shit because all these guys are in my fucking DMs. Let's work. Let's work. I'm over here too. I really fuck with Top 1 from the way, not the way they treat me, but the way they treat you guys in the community, and they're always like bending over backwards to make sure everyone's happy and you guys are up and running. But I got a new point of contact, direct point of contact. Wow. Come on, Brunson. Pick this pocket. Wow. Damn, we were so solid off that top wing. Kind of annoying. Let's get rid of all this. Shut up. $15 just closed. Look at this. No bottom wick. Obviously, next no bottom wick come up. Benny, man. Hold on. What are you doing?
on, you want a hug? Go. Bring it in. Oh, shit. You fell. It's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time.
All right, let's see what happens here. Last 15 of the 4 hour. Yeah, we close. Let's see if we can take advantage of something on the next 4 hour. All right, though. If not, we'll call.
It's such a mush.
This guy's such a mush.
Don't hit yourself. Don't hit yourself. Who's special? I'm special.
Damn. I'm gonna fucking around with this guy so much, I'm gonna be a dog in the next life.
I need you to stop. Go. Go.
Damn, what a solid top wick we had there. Right? Called it too right there. The level right there. That's where you need to be above. Yeah, and if you see the same logic played out down here, right? Kind of held that support there. You opened up with that bottom wick to that previous. The 1 hour support there. Held this, wick down to there. Drive. Otherwise, why would you have held that level? So everything made sense across the board. From the sells at support to from the buys at support to the buys at resistance. To the sells at resistance. What you don't want to do is get stuck in the chop here. You want to get out of here to a clean range. We've cleared out everything here. Looks beautiful to come down and we get these closures below 44.85. This is clean right here. This is straight out of the laundry clean right here. So, possible rejection area right there. No wicks either way. Probably a level. Right, no wicks, no range. Means support or resistance. So right here, create a support. Over here, create a resistance. So that's probably a level there. Look. Yeah. We'll see, but this is the first possible area of interest where you might see some play. But clean range up. So if we can get these closures above, I would not mind looking for some buys. So clean range below 85, clean range above 4,500, 498. We just need those closures. You don't want to get stuck in the chop you're in right now in all these wicks up and down, right? But a lot of times when you get a heavy push during the session, as the session winds down and you're entering slower time, right? Less volume time of less volume, then you can see this kind of chop around. You might get a closure that looks exciting, looks good, But because of the timing, because there's less volume, it might not drive and might chop you back into range, fake you out. And then as you get back, right, as you get back towards high volume times or forward towards high volume times, you move into pre-London times, you might start seeing those same positions set up again, but now they run because there's volume. Nine minutes here on this candle. So, wow. Can I also ask for your help, gang? Once again, on this lovely evening. Can I get you guys to show me your spirit fingers? These are not spirit fingers. Spirit fingers. Hi, gang. Do me a favor. Can you spam some dubs, please? Can you guys just spam the W button? Help me out a little bit. We'll do a little marketing. We'll do a little content creation. Some W's, gang. Let's go. Spam the dubs. Come on, spam the W's. Spam the W's. Don't be shy. Spam the dubs. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. It helps. It helps. It helps get the word out, right? I'll post this. People see we got W. And they'll come through. They'll join the community, and that's how we grow. I do my part. I just want you guys to help me out and do your part too. We are almost at 30.9K subs. Almost. We're 28 subs away. 28 more people need to sub. 28 more subs from 30.9K subs. And then we can start working on 31. Not an easy grind. Journey of Clinks. Are you Nordic? I feel like I've seen that name before. Journey of Clinks. Is that who, me? Hell nah. W Clinks. You're gonna be tired of winning. This is a place where you might not see a top wick. On this candle. Okay, well, yeah, now you might. Wow. The sturdy, I wonder if the sturdy closes like candle. Hey Wix, I just found your show. Can you explain the difference on the top 1 accounts? Well, there's challenge accounts, and then there's instant funded where you skip the challenge. So I would say get the instant funded account. You have to make 6% before losing 4.5%. And if you can do that, you get a pretty hefty payout. And if you can copy trade accounts, right? Like if you get 3 accounts and you copy them, you can probably get like a nice, couple of weeks for the account. You get 10K, 12K, 15K. I don't know, depending on how much you copy trade. But skip the challenge, go get an instant funded, use code WIX, you'll get 50% off, and then, hey, don't over risk, do exactly what we're doing here, and you'll pass your accounts. Or you'll get paid out. Although I did live in Norway for 8th grade. Hey, Norway, great skiers. Skiers. Okay, so right now you buy Elite Access account, you get a second one free. That's 2 evals, 2 chances to get funded. 39 bucks. That's the cheapest real futures prop eval in the market. There's no activation fee after you pass. There's no consistency rule, and you can pass it in 1 day. Payouts are under 24 hours. 39 bucks, pass it in 1 day, get paid next day. 39 bucks. You get one free, buy one, get one free. How's this even like? It's like, do I buy the bundle? Yeah, this shit makes no sense if you don't. All right. Also, the Elite Daily accounts, the 50% off discount is extended, right? Elite Daily, you get 50% off. That's extended now. Elite Access we just spoke about. What else? Any other question? Wixit has activation fee and not cheap. What? Let's go back. Go back to the accounts we're talking about. So, Elite Access account. You buy one, you get a second one free. It's $39 to start. There is no activation fee until after you pass, not before. There's an activation fee after you pass, right? There's also $35 flat resets. So 1 bad day is not going to cost you $250 to try again. $35 for a reset. And there's no consistency rule. So there's that. All right, we got a closure right at resistance. Not too pretty. Not too pretty looking at it. Yeah, if there's any more, look at that. The hourly's closed above, but we're below the overall here. axis. Yeah. I would say go get an instant funded. Skip the challenge and start trading immediately with money that you can withdraw, right? Start trading to earn the money that you can put in your pocket. Don't look to past challenges. Instant funded. You get to your 6%. Stay under 20% consistency, really, and you're gonna be there in a week, 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know how you trade, but like, if you do everything we do here, you'll be there anywhere from every account that I've averaged about 2 to 3 weeks, honestly, for payout. But that's because there's a consistency rule. So you kind of gotta spend at least like what, 10 days, 9 days to do this minimum. But use code WIX, you get 50% off. You'll be fine. Yeah. Wait, hold on a second, chat. All right, so all of my kids just ran in. All of them trying to play what they want to watch on what TV, on what gadget, where. That's the beef that's going on between them. They all ran in here right now for that. On an instant funded 150K, you must make 9K, but you can request 3.5K. Yeah, but you run up a buffer, and you shouldn't have a problem, right? Because the thing is, whatever funds you're going to have above that, you're probably going to use to move you into a live, right? 3 payouts. That's what they did with me. Built up a nice buffer. They gave me that buffer to trade for live. Are you looking for trades still? Sorry, can't hear you so good because watching the game. Well, I'm watching the game too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a session here. You have live now? No, I had to breach it on purpose because they did not allow gold trading. So I called them up and I said, can you guys breach my account? Can you give me another funded instead of this live? And they're like, well, you need to breach your account. I was like, well, then you breach it and then just email me a new account. So they breached the account for me manually. And they gave me this fund because you weren't allowed to trade gold on the live. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You move me to somewhere that I can't trade. How am I going to show that on stream? They move me back, but now I think you can trade gold on the live. I'm not sure yet. When I go back to the live, I got to get a couple more payouts on this and go back to the live and we'll see. Or if you're not allowed to trade gold on there, we just won't go back to the live. We'll stay and keep running up account. From Sri Lanka, withdrawal is easy. Yes, withdrawals are very easy. About an hour. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a session here. I need more candles to print. I need quite a few candles to print. Not quite a few. I need at least maybe 2 or 3 candles here. An ugly chop, the 15 sprinting side by side. Yeah. Need the 4-hour probably to re-break highs. If it doesn't re-break highs, we're gonna need a closure. We're gonna need a range formed. Right, because in order to start trading against this 4-hour that just closed back in range and above the most recent resistance, In order to trade against the bullish 4 hour, you need a range. So the smaller time frame is going to have to create something like this, right? Create that range, support, then close back below it. And then you can start looking. That's that area. Right? But you also got to be careful of this, how you react here. So there's quite a few candles that are still to form here if you're going to look for sells. If you're going to look for buys, you're going to make sure the 4 hours got that bottom wick. You're going to make sure you're closing above the most recent resistance. I would probably look for closures above 44.97, 44.98 after the 4 hours got the bottom wick and then to come up. But personally, if you look at the daily, heavy daily, right? This would be a great time for the 4 hour to start turning around, which means the next 4 hour will probably be a great time to trade. Like I said, we don't turn around in one candle, but if we can find resistance here on the higher time frame, right? If the 4 hour can bring us back down here, right? And you could say, all right, we faked out. We've closed below now. I can get some top wick sells off the next 4 hour. Looking at this level here, where we come down from before, and keeping your stops above here. That plays out for you. This is your position to the bottom of the range there. You are looking for this. I'm sorry, and this isn't your position. Your position is right there off a top wick. Okay, and this is your stop right there. Probably this is strictly off the 4 hour, but you could get, you're probably gonna, it doesn't mean the 4 hour is gonna print like this. You have, you know, a bunch of ones, hours, 30s, 15. So a lot of things have to happen, but overall, that's what I would look for. You know, smaller time frame, create this range here, goes back below, then you can start looking for these top wicks and to come down. And ideally, it happens in the next hour or two, or next couple of hours. So for the pre-London session, or for pre-London, right around 1:30, 2 a.m., you could start honing in on those sells and taking the daily the rest of the way down to start filling this daily wick here to the left. Clean daily range. Look at all this room you have to fill. Thousands pips. 1,000 pips, yeah. From where you are right now, 1,000 pip wick to fill. 900 pip. So, yeah. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Everybody understands this? Everybody got it? Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Also, it is Wednesday, right? So, tomorrow's Thursday. We will be live for New York. Don't forget, we're going to be live for New York session. We will be live for Asian session. 2 live streams tomorrow. Right? Make sure you show up. And we will run our final stream of the week on Friday as well for New York. So 3 live streams left this week, and then we'll take it into the weekend and into the Sunday private session. Congrats on to everybody that got the dubs tonight. Congrats to everybody that got the bundle over the last month, and congrats to everybody that finally received all of your accounts. Your 50K accounts are sent out or emailed to you. Your credentials are there. They're ready to be traded. Most of you have already started, and a lot of you are already running them up. And congrats if you got that W on the new account today. All right, Knicks are down 13. I'm gonna go cheer for them, see if we can do a little better, see if my cheering is gonna change anything. I can't hit a freaking shot. Yeah. Chat. Zoom gang, I'll see you guys in the clubhouse, in the Discord. Signal channel, I'll see you guys inside our private Signal channel. Well, everybody that got the bundle, I'll see you guys in the bundle. If you didn't get it yet,
thank you for everything.
Absolutely, brother. If you didn't get it yet, get the bundle so you can be part of all the positions we take outside of stream. So whenever there's going to be a trade here tonight, or sometime in the middle of the night, or sometime in the morning, and we're not streaming, so you can catch it. At 3 p.m., we were not streaming. We caught 100 pips. You want to be part of that? Get the bundle. All right. Please go get your top 1 futures accounts as well. Use code WIX. Let's show them that we're a strong community, that we're still supporting, and because they keep supporting us. And take advantage of the deals that they have. 50% off, buy one, get one free deals, $39 accounts. Take advantage, guys. Make sure you use code WIX to get you 50% off. All right, mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Appreciate everybody. Chat, love, and wisdom to you all. I will see you guys tomorrow. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Have a good night, everybody.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Yes, we are. Appreciate everyone coming through. You know what to expect. You know what we're looking for here. Wait for it. Be patient. Lock in and secure your bacon. Secure the bacon. Go up here tomorrow with a bigger account. Have a good night, everybody. Later.